It could not be done, but then, well, there's so impossibility.
You want that intelligence.
Impossibility is nothing. They have not won at the Shells Park for the last many seasons, for the last 2 seasons, for the last 3 seasons. Once again, impossibility is nothing.
I was surprised, honestly. I was really surprised.
Crystal Palace won, Manchester United 2, and it was a second half comeback that delivered the win at the Shells Park. Let's get the reaction from the guys about this game. Fahad, well, Manchester United proved everybody wrong. I mean, I couldn't imagine what I was seeing on X, on social media at halftime when it was 1-0. Everyone condemned Manchester United, but then somehow they found a way back.
Well, if you look at it, I feel for Manchester United, it's still the way it was. First half felt like they were not in the game at first half. It felt like they were playing like they did against Everton. So, but if you look at the one thing Amorim got right was the fact that he went back to his usual formation where Ahmad and Mbeumo are playing alongside each other. They're not playing in the 10th position. I think he got that wrong. In the 10th. So I think he got that one right when it was against Crystal Palace. But then for United, for a very long time, a lot of people say they don't really play very well. They don't really play this beautiful football, but then they get the result done. And I think it was all about getting the result. And when Mateta got the first goal, felt like United were in limbo and they didn't know what to do. And second half came and felt like they've said something to each other at half time and everything changed. Immediately Sebzi got that beautiful goal. Of course, honestly, when he got that goal, from the angle he got the goal from, I wasn't expecting him to shoot from there.
I mean, I was trying to cross it out for someone to nod.
And that was a beautiful goal actually, and for a very long time.
And I think that was why he scored. I don't think Henderson was expecting for him to shoot from.
Yeah, so I think one thing is if you continue playing a player, that will give him
confidence
and confidence as well. If you look at him against Everton, exactly he looked rusty. So if you continue playing, you continue delivering and continue doing very well for you. So I feel the fact that he didn't put him on the bench, I have to give him kudos for that. He didn't put him on the bench.
Because he had a stinker against
Everton. He didn't put him on the bench, but he still played.
There's no option now.
Well, we could have brought in someone from the other team.
Okay, all right. But then let's talk about also Crystal Palace. So many persons said that it was not that much. I want to.
Yes,
that it was not that Manchester United was better in the second half. That it looked like Crystal Palace were tired. Now Crystal Palace played an away game in the Europa League on Thursday. They came back to England on Friday, early hours of Friday morning. Had to train again on Saturday and then play early kickoff in the sun. I mean, at some point, the Netherlands had to come with something like this. With his face cap. Because of the sun, although when
you know that was a huge factor, and mine just took advantage of that. Secondly, you know, watching that game, I was like, my fan would believe probably they've arrived and things like that, but there are some factors that helped Manchester United get a victory. Now, aside from the fact that Crystal Palace were tired, the injury I think Manchester had that game, which forced their coach to bring in Eddie Nketiah, also changed the game entirely.
I mean, you see the goal.
Yes, it would have. There was a goal that could have scored. The way it wasn't even really tracking back like his mother.
I mean, Nketiah is not really number 10.
So
it's hard to deploy him.
They were
and you can't pull Mateta back from Nketiah. So it was
they were like handicapped for that substitution, you know. And that's one of the limitations of smaller teams. You know, they don't have much at the reserve for the coach. So that was part of what brought Manchester United back into the game. I think that was also part of what even when Amorim worked on at that side of the pitch, that there's a weakness there now. So let's capitalize on it. Though Manchester United, it was a brilliant game, and they got the 3 points.
Two players that have been struggling got goals. Does this how much of motivation is this? I mean, Zexé, there have been so much talks in the media that he wants to seek a January transfer move for playing time because of the World Cup with Netherlands. You know, Mason Mount also still nurses a small hope that he may make the English squad for the World Cup. I said small. I said small hope.
You know, calm now. If you may calm.
Anything can happen. If you take from now,
Saka get injury.
If you pick from now,
why Saka? Why Saka? Why Okupama?
But you know, if he picks from now to the end of the season and he becomes a regular, you know that there is that advantage of he has been at the World Cup before. He has been at the Euros.
But you know,
Experience. I'm sure experience. There's also played other Chelsea before at Chelsea. I'm sure all that can give him.
He's majorly an attacking midfielder. England has Kopama, Morgan Rogers.
Jubelia, and we're watching for
Phil Foden.
all those ones said.
All those ones.
They said they said the driver. I mean, right now, that's still dragging it between
all of those. And these guys we are talking about are that inform. They are playing at bigger teams than Manchester United currently. It's just not bigger. It's Real Madrid not bigger. It's Man City not bigger.
Wow.
And yes, only Real Madrid is bigger than Manchester United.
Currently, I said currently. Currently.
You can't say
What's
but. You can say it.
in Premier League, what's Manchester United position?
I'm not talking about.
Are they playing you?
How many Premier League
Are they
titles?
playing you? Crystal Palace even playing
How
you.
many?
Are they what? Crystal Palace is a bigger team.
Okay. Let me ask you. A couple of seasons ago, after they don't make Europe,
Yes.
were they smaller than the teams that made Europe?
Yes, no.
They were not.
No.
At that time, they were
Class is permanent. Form is temporary. You don't use temporary form to judge a team permanently.
So, what you were saying, well, Messi Mount, I believe one way or the other.
But this has to be confidence booster for both of them.
Yes.
I was really happy. I wouldn't have been this happy if it was Bournemouth again because Bournemouth is already, best player in the Premier League last month. So yes, player of the season of October. So, but I like the fact that the two guys player of the month all round though. Premier League player of the month, Football Writers player of the month, fans player of the month.
It was the best player.
It was because he's played for another handicapped team now.
And so the rest of the team Premier League too.
What were Arsenal players doing?
And now it was Premier League player of the month. Not Man City player of the
all-round team. All-round team.
Okay. But what I'm saying is these two guys who are struggling got goals, and I'm happy for them.
It's a good thing for them actually. It's even a good thing for the club. Because one of the other guys that are not showing in form, it's also be a signal to them that okay, let's keep pushing. We'll get our turn one day and we'll deliver.
Of course, when we get to preview Manchester United's next game, we'll talk about Koa being back, how the mix will change.
Then moreover, I just feel just like Arteta, Ruben Amorim should look for a way to integrate some of these guys into some matches.
The problem, I think the problem is playing once a week. You see, when you're playing once a week, it's limits.
Arsenal is playing twice or twice a week,
and
Lewis Kelly is not even seeing playing.
But I still believe that if you are playing more games, it gives you more opportunities to explore. But finally, let's talk about Lenny Yoro. I was really sad for him. He looked distraught. He looked distracted, and then maybe it also doesn't help that the guy that they brought in for him, he was substituted really early because it was not just in the game, and the guy that they brought in for him, unfortunately, is the guy that played that position the entirety of last season, and he's really good at it. And yesterday again, he showed why he was really good in that position last. So he even made it look worse. When you are performing bad in a position. And then the guy that now came to the place now did amazing. Bazo was even bumping forward. I was like, are you going back? But talking about Lenny Yoro, how do you think this guy can come back? I mean, I saw, we know his quality, and even what he has achieved at the age of 18 is amazing. But I saw Mr. Mount going to talk to him at the end because he was really feeling bad, pulled his foot over his head and all that. So how does he get back from this?
Well, I just feel it's all about the coach and the players getting rounded, because I know what it feels like to actually come out. Let's say you need to beat after halftime because I've been there myself.
Okay, that's what
I mean, you caused the penalty, and then.
But you know what's in that game?
You were expected to stop.
Not the first half, he made, I think, 2 crucial blocks.
Yeah, it was in the game.
2 crucial blocks.
There was one block he made against I think for Yemi
Yeah.
So the penalty, I think from the penalty on.
That's the thing about young players. Sometimes they are not able to recover quickly from a mistake. If it was maybe a Harry Maguire or Delete that caused that penalty, it may not have affected the game. But I noticed that after that penalty, he just I'm even happy that Amorim did not sub him at halftime. That would have been worse. He allowed him, but he still did not recover.
I think it's all about the accumulation of the fact that he has not been playing very well over the last couple of matches. And then because the penalty against Crystal Palace, that would have been playing in his mind that okay, I'm not been playing very well. He knows it himself. Now he has caused the penalty.
Does he start the next game?
I think since now that Mazraoui is back and they are playing against West Ham, he might not start the next game. He might not get. I think it's all because right now.
Should Amorim just start him for his mental health?
Football is result oriented.
Mine is not structured around him.
That is it. Football is result
structured around
oriented.
everybody. He's expected to do his work. Though I believe the tactical approach of Ruben Amorim is affecting some players, including him. He's a proper CP. Lenny Yoro is a proper centre back. It's not a 3-4-3 centre back. So I think that's practically one of the issues he's having with Manchester United.
So you feel they should not move him back to the centre back position?
No, Delight is on form. Maripa is an option for Martins Delight.
The position that Euro played last season, where is Shaw, is where Shaw is playing now, and the owner of the position Gogon don't even come back now. Martinez. So he has to click on that right or go to the bench. And it's good. It's a good news for him that in about 1 or 2 weeks now, Mazraoui will go for the Nations Cup. So he will be his position again. And that Nations Cup time will now be the time where he cements his place. Because once Mazraoui comes back,
it depends on his form. You know, like I said, playing a three-man CP it's not a model formation for every centre back.
And he was not playing that at Lille when it was coming.
It's not a model formation for every centre backs. Okay, let me give you a player. That was a formation where Rudiger shined when he was at Chelsea. When he moved to Real Madrid, he first made a lot of errors and mistakes because it was a two-man centre back. There are centre backs that was built for that formation. Then Euro is not structured for that.
Okay, well, I guess we'll find out. But then at this point in time, congratulations to Chelsea fans. Well, congratulations to Manchester United fans. Pardon me. Congratulations to Manchester United fans. And the way win, I guess all is forgiven when it comes to
the top of the table is shaking. You should be happy now. You should be glad.
I guess all is forgiven for Everton now, and then maybe they can move on from